And let's talk right now about that big ballot bombshell in Virginia this morning. It could have a big impact long before Super Tuesday. Joining me from Nashville, Tennessee is Chip Saltzman, the man who led Mike Huckabee to victory in Iowa in 2008. He is not aligned with any candidate this time around, at least yet. Good morning to you, Chip.
Good morning.
All right, I'm going to get to Iowa in just a second, but this news out of Virginia this morning where you have both Rick Perry and Newt Gingrich not able to be on the ballot, which bodes well certainly for Ron Paul and Mitt Romney, but how's this all going to play out?
Well, it goes into the case, can Newt Gingrich or Rick Perry put the organization together to actually win the nomination if they can't get on the ballots? Look, we went through, getting on the ballot in all 50 states is a very tough process. Obviously, 4 years ago, we probably had the least funded campaign. We didn't have any money, but we managed to get on the Virginia ballot because we were organized. We used our volunteers. We used a couple of companies that helped us do that. 10,000 signatures is a lot, but not when you're organized enough over a year to get that done. And I'll be honest with you, a little disappointing from the Gingrich campaign and the Perry campaign. They've had plenty of money to do this, and it's just a big problem. And I think Mitt Romney now can say, I'm organized, I can run in all 50 states, I can be president of the United States. Just not being able to get on the ballot, Virginia people are scratching their heads. Yeah,
well, we're going to see what happens, how this plays out. Of course, the Gingrich campaign has already said they're going to try and challenge this, so we'll see if things are changed by March 6th. Though, let's get to the fact that you led Mike Huckabee to victory in Iowa 4 years ago. How different does this race look than what you were dealing with back in 2008?
Well, it's a different feel for a couple of different reasons. One, it really was a two-man race between Mitt Romney and Mike Huckabee 4 years ago. Now you have 6 candidates competing really in Iowa, and you've got these super PACs that are pouring millions of dollars in. It's a big muddle. It's very muddy out there. It's tough to figure out who's moving and who's not. But the sense of it is you got your top 3, which is Dr. Paul and Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich, and then you've got Governor Perry and Senator Santorum and Michelle Bachmann kind of figured out who's going to take advantage. If Newt Gingrich, who's kind of the conservative of those 3, falls down in the polls, which it kind of looks like he might be doing, is there somebody kind of there like Governor Perry or Senator Santorum that can pick up that steam and finish with a flurry here and kind of finish with like a train and maybe break that top 3 or maybe even come into a second?
Now, you mentioned Newt Gingrich. He's just opened up his 4th Iowa headquarters today. It sounds like he's kind of ramping up the ground game and doing it pretty fast. Do you think that could change the race and put him on top?
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, for Speaker Gingrich, I think it's a little bit too little too late. I mean, I think you've already seen kind of in the polling where he's kind of dropped just a little bit. His crowds are not as big as they have been in the past. And as we've seen this year, you go up fast and you fall down fast. It's really going to be, can one of the other candidates who have great organizations in Iowa take advantage of that and finish in the top 3?
There have been people out there, especially in Iowa, who long to see Mike Huckabee in this race. Do you, Chip, wish that your former boss was in this contest?
Certainly, he was my favorite all along. He's probably still my favorite today. But I talked to him yesterday. He's got his whole family come in for Christmas, and he was talking about he's smoking ribs in the smoker. And in the Huckabee family, nothing says Christmas like ribs on the smoker. And I know he's enjoying it and watching with interest because he wants to make sure that we beat President Obama in the fall.
All right. Well, Chip, I hope you're enjoying your holidays as well, whether you're having smoked ribs or not. Thank you very much, Chip Saltzman.
Thank you.
Okay.